They say being rich is expensive, but the truth is being poor costs more, a lot more, not just in money, but in time, stress, opportunity, and even life expectancy. Let that sink in. If you're broke, the world punishes you for it every single day, and the system is built to keep it that way. Let's start with the basics. Imagine you don't have enough of money to buy in bulk. That means you pay more per item. A rich person can buy a year's supply of toilet paper at Costco. You're buying a single roll at the corner store for 3 times the price. That markup hits you where it hurts, every single week. Now multiply that logic. Rent is more expensive than a mortgage. But you can't get a mortgage without a down payment, credit score, and stable income. So you rent forever. You pay more, but you own nothing. You're just filling someone else's pocket. Let's talk about credit. If you're poor, your credit score probably sucks, or you don't even have one. That means higher interest rates on everything. Credit cards, car loans, even your phone plan. A rich person borrows money at 2%. You're stuck paying 22%. Same money, different rules. Transportation. The rich buy reliable cars. You buy whatever you can afford. And when it breaks down, repairs eat your savings. Or worse, you miss work, lose hours, maybe even lose your job. And public transport? Unreliable, slow, stressful, and still not free. Even food costs more. Cheap food is full of sugar and processed junk. It's fast, accessible, and it's killing you slowly. Meanwhile, rich people eat organic, subscribe to meal plans, and have the luxury of time to cook. Being poor literally shortens your lifespan. Health is a privilege. Doctor's visits, dentist appointments, therapy, those are luxuries when you're living paycheck to paycheck. So you ignore symptoms until it's too late. Then the ER bill destroys whatever savings you had. Meanwhile, rich people get preventative care. You get emergency survival. Want to save money? Good luck. When every dollar you earn is spent on surviving, there's nothing left to invest. No compound interest, no passive income, just the cycle. Earn, spend, repeat. And the rich? They use money to buy assets that make them richer, while you just try to stay afloat. Education, sure, there are scholarships, but navigating the system requires knowledge, time, and often money. Plus, the elites send their kids to private schools, hire tutors, pay for test prep, and buy their way into colleges. You're fighting for scraps while they're building empires. Let's talk about time. Rich people buy time. Housekeepers, delivery services, virtual assistants. You wait in lines, do your own paperwork, cook, clean, hustle. Every hour you spend doing something they outsource is an hour you're not learning, building, or resting. Stress? Poverty is a full-time job. Constant anxiety, sleep deprivation, decision fatigue. These aren't just feelings, they're measurable, biological burdens that damage your brain, your body, and your ability to climb out. It's a prison made of cortisol. And here's the sickest part. The world blames you for being poor, as if it's a choice, as if you're lazy. But the reality is, you're playing a rigged game, a game where the cost of admission is wealth. And without it, you pay more for everything. So no, being rich isn't expensive. Being poor is. And the longer you stay poor, the more it costs you. That's not just unfair, it's by design. The question is, now that you know the truth, what are you going to do about it? So what can you do when the game is rigged? You learn the rules. You learn how to cheat the system that cheats you. Because once you understand how the wealthy move, you stop being a pawn, start becoming the player. First, understand money is not just something you earn. It's a tool. And like any tool, it's useless if you don't know how to use it. The rich don't work harder, they work smarter. They don't trade time for money, they trade money for freedom. That's your new goal. Financial freedom. Start small. Your first step is tracking every dollar. Where does it go? Most people don't know. Awareness is power. Once you see the leaks, you can plug them. Stop bleeding money on useless subscriptions, daily impulse buys, emotional spending. That $5 coffee? That $12 takeout? That's not convenience, it's sabotage. Then you build habits, automate your savings, even if it's just $10 a week. Not because it'll make you rich, but because it builds discipline. The habit matters more than the amount. It rewires your brain for long-term thinking. Next, get obsessed with skills. High-income skills. Coding, design, copywriting, video editing, sales. Skills that the market pays a premium for. The system punishes ignorance, but rewards specialized knowledge. Learn relentlessly. YouTube, free courses, books, mentors. Education is your weapon. And once you earn more, don't inflate your lifestyle. That's a trap. Lifestyle creep keeps you broke in a better car. Use extra income to buy freedom, not flexes. Pay off debt. Build an emergency fund. Invest in assets. Assets that pay you while you sleep. Stocks, index funds, digital products, rental property, online business. Understand taxes. The rich don't evade taxes, they optimize. They use LLCs, deductions, depreciation. Learn the game. Don't let ignorance keep you overpaying while the rich legally avoid tax bills you can't even imagine. Build multiple income streams. A single job is a single point of failure. One pink slip and it's over. But when you have a side hustle, a digital product, dividend income, freelance clients, you gain power, options, safety, and here's a big one. Change your environment. You can't level up in a room full of people who don't even try. If your circle mocks ambition, you need a new circle. Find people who talk about ideas, not gossip. Find people who make moves, not excuses. Energy is contagious. Finally, mindset. You have to believe you can escape. The world will try to convince you otherwise, that you're stuck, that you're destined for struggle. But the truth is the system may be rigged, but it's not bulletproof. People have escaped. People are escaping. And you can too. You don't need to be a millionaire overnight. You just need to take the next step, then the next, then the next. Consistency beats intensity. Momentum builds. Before you know it, you're not drowning, you're climbing. Being poor is expensive, but staying poor, that's a choice. So start today, because no one is coming to save you. But that's okay. You don't need a savior. You just need a strategy. And now you have one.